What is that? The cat and the raccoon. What is going on out here? What is that raccoon getting into? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I just emptied the cat litter box, put the kitty litter in a bag. The raccoon comes and takes the kitty litter, and the cat is okay with it. What is going on? What are these two doing? I'm just going to be quiet. We're going to tune in. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, come on out. Okay, he's getting into the fly trap. This is a kooky raccoon, man. And the cat is just chill. What's up? Come on, cat, do your job. The life inside of a live trailer. Uh-oh, what the raccoon see? Seen something. The cat is, she's highly focused. What is going on? That is just mind-blowing. That is not our raccoon. That is a wild raccoon. And the cat made friends with a wild raccoon. Okay, here. Oh, here. Come here. Hey. Oh, here. Let's bring some food over here. Let's bring some doggy food. Hey, you want some doggy food? Here. Here. Come here. Come here. There. Here. Come here. Hey. Here. Here's some doggy food. Here you go. Come here. Come and eat. There you go. There you go. What do you think of that? Wow, look at you, all friendly. I am like Dr. Dolittle, by the way. I'm like Dr. Dolittle. Right, kitty? Right? Here, hey, come here. Hey, come here. Take that. There you go. You're adorable. The wildlife when you're a full-time camper, right, kitty? Come here. The cat won't let me near her, but the raccoon, what a way to start a day. They just come out of the woods. There's another one coming. Oh my God, we got another one coming from back there? These are moments that just blow me away. Are you almost done? Don't take the bowl. You can't have the bowl. I swear, they're so smart and sweet, man. Raccoons are so nice. The issue is I like to sit here with the door open. And if wild animals start coming in, that could be an issue. Like if he starts coming in right now, woohoo! Trouble! You can have a little bit more. Here, come here. Here. Hey, come here. Don't run. Come to me. Come here. There. Oh, there you go. What do you think of that? Is that better? It's a little bit nerve-wracking that they may come inside. I really don't want them to come inside. Well, enough of the raccoon fun. It is moving day. And for today's video, I'm thinking 6 months full-time living in a live trailer, pulling it with a regular car. What are our pros and cons? Our thoughts? Well, that's in today's video. All right, we are having a small issue. So we've hauled with the car for a little bit, and the nut down here is now it's not loose anymore. I tightened it by hand and it's pretty tight and I can't get it off now, but it's not tight enough to actually be safe to drive down the road. And that's a wrench that we don't have a wrench that big. So Steph is running over to the auto parts store real fast. We don't want to take it out on the road the way it is. I know it'll probably make it to the auto parts store, but we ain't taking no chances. So she's gonna go get a wrench. Other than that, everything is looking fantastic. Lights are all working, everything's looking good. And these wheel caps here, there'll be a description or a link in the description if you guys want these for your cars. But it is looking more and more like Steamboat Willie, the car, the character the car is named after, with all this black and white stuff. And it'd be kind of nice if we can get something like that for this. That way the car and the RV match. Which brings me to one thing I don't like so far. This is going to be the top 5 best things and the top 5 worst things. But we're going to start with the worst because the best is awesome. One of the worst things is the weight. So I can haul a lot of weight, right? But not enough actually for like tools. Tools are very heavy. And also there's not enough storage in the 17-foot to have a big toolbox and to have everything else you need, like the stinky slinkies, the electrical cords, the wheel chocks, the blocks for the stabilizers and everything else. And, you know, extra pots, pans, and other stuff that you put down below. There's just not enough space and room for the necessities such as tools. Number 2 thing. We are 12 miles away from the campground we are starting off with 210 miles of charge. Yes, I did not charge all the way last night. No reason to. You know, we're only doing 12 miles. But that 12 miles in a gas car or an electric car, towing things definitely puts a hurt on your mileage. And I dare to say that might be the one thing that diesel cars and gas cars have over electric cars, is the towing. So like I can tow, but it uses like whatever I would normally use in a gas car or a diesel car, it uses about half of that more. So it's if you're doing like 100 miles, you're only going to do 50 miles. If you're going to do 200 miles, you're only going to do 100 miles, you know, maybe 125. But to be a little conservative, you always want to stop and charge. You know, anytime you can, you stop and charge. And I'm sure it's the same way with gas and everything. You're putting on a lot, you're going to have to fuel up more often towing something. But with an electric car specifically, because that's what I tow with, that is a big con for long road trips, especially at the chargers, because at a gas station you could just pull into the fuel islands and charge, not have to drop your trailer. With this here and the way chargers are set up, I would have, if we were like saying we were going to Georgia and I have to charge 4 times to get up to Georgia, each there's going to be 4 times I have to drop the trailer in the parking lot, pull in, charge real fast, come back out, hook back up, and go 125 miles and do it all over again. So that is a negative. It's not so much a negative of the trailer itself. It's a negative of the situation. I mean, but if you're not in a big hurry, it's not a big deal. But if you're in a hurry, oh, you're going to get frustrated. In the middle of the top 5 bad things, I have to throw in one good thing here. Having a car smart enough with cameras surrounding it where you can just keep an eye on your trailer anytime you want. Check, look at, I know that ball's still there because the trailer's still connected. Yeah, that's cool. Something else I'm not a fan of. I mean, I'm not a fan of it because, well, let's just say moving every 21 days. it's kind of a hassle. I mean, ideally we'd be moving a lot more, but because of work, we have to kind of stick around in our area. And so we have to move every 21 days and hop campgrounds, where in the future we just move to have fun. But now it's moved in locally. It's not like road travel. Something else I dislike, and that is sometimes the campgrounds decide to give you the spot they want you in, and they know you have a 30 amp, but they stick you at a 50. And look at that. That thing has been used, man. We can't connect to that. The unknowing of when you're going wherever you're going, and not knowing what it's going to be like. Ooh, air conditioning. Not knowing what it's like until you get there. That's something else, and really has nothing to do with the trailer or the car. It's just the life. Well, that's about all I really dislike. I don't dislike too much about our life, including the 2 cars, the 2 EVs, and the Liv travel trailer. The things I do like greatly outweigh the stuff that I don't like or Steph doesn't like. Such as this incredible awning. I am so happy we have our first electric awning. In our 1983 Holiday Rambler, it was manual, and it was so hard to put up and down. This is our first electric one with LED lights up here for nighttime. Great for the little froggies. We get little frogs that sit up here or over in here, and they eat the little bugs that get by the LED. And it's just fun to sit out here late at night and watch the frogs eating the bugs away. The propane tank. Sounds stupid, but it also holds our little solar for the lights that go around on the ground. Fits perfect. I do wish we either had 2 batteries or at least 2 propane tanks. But what I really like about this is this one propane tank, it lasts us at least 2 months because it's only used for hot water and cooking. And because we're always out working late at night, we really don't cook that much. It's basically just used for showers, and that thing will last quite a long time. Something every truck, as a ex-truck driver should have on their trailers, is one of these. Instead of hand cranking to lower down your trailer, these electric things are amazing. Yes, I may no longer drive truck and have to crank down my landing legs, but at least here at home, all I have to do is press a button. You might say, okay, this is all just basic stuff. You're just happy about the basics. You dang right, sometimes the basics are the most important stuff. Now, the size of this thing, it's only 17 feet. Living in this with 2 people sometimes is difficult, not gonna lie. I sit on the bed to eat my dinner, she sits at the bench. And basically that's because the way the table is shaped, it's just too hard for 2 people to sit at the dining room table within this unit. I kind of wish the table was shaped a little bit different. Along with that, the bed, it's not a normal bed mattress shape. It's kind of like a bed mattress shape with a portion of it that's wider and L. It's very L shaped almost, or P. It's like the letter P. That's the way the bed mattress is shaped. If you want to get a new bed mattress, good luck and finding something that'll fit in this. But good news is it's pretty comfy, at least for me. Oh my God, some of the most important stuff. The head unit, the head AC. And at night, we run this during the daytime in the hot Florida heat. Keeps this place pretty cool. At nighttime, we shut it off and we have a second AC unit down here that we can press. And it is central heat and air. It comes all through the bottom vents everywhere. Even in the bathroom, which is something else. Look, it goes right underneath the bathtub or the shower, which is something else I'm happy about. And something this small, we have a full-on shower. You have the girls section here, we had to put that, and a separate toilet. So we have the toilet and a separate shower, not a shower right in the middle where you sit on the toilet, take a shower. You don't have to do that. And all this is within a 17-foot trailer that we pull with our cars. Yeah, there's just so much to like about it. Living full-time, it has been since October. Did we move into this in October? Or when was the last hurricane? So October until now, which is, what month is this?
This is May.
This is May. So from October to May, how many months is that? 6?
That's a lot more.
More?
It's October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May.
That's 8 months.
5, 6, 7 months.
7 or 8?
7 months. 7.
This is our 7-month review of living full time. Thank God Steph's better. I don't even know what month it is. That's what life is like when you're not focused on the months. All I know is it's summer months because it's hot, which we are super happy to have 2 AC units. You know, one for daytime when it's boiling, one for, you know, nighttime when it's a little bit cooler and you just need to keep it at the right temperature for sleeping. I think that's my favorite thing. That's probably my favorite thing. That, and it brings a loving couple closer together because you're in such a small space. And if you're just a loving, caring couple, are you laughing?
That's funny.
It keeps you close. Now, if you feud all the time, one of you may be sitting outside a lot more than the other. And and what causes those feuds is usually it's extremely hot out and one person gets aggravated. It is what it is. I get aggravated easy. But yeah, so can you live full-time in a small RV? Sure you can. Especially if you're just hopping campground to campground in a single area. Now that wasn't my plan 5 years ago. I had thoughts of grandeur of traveling the whole United States in my other RV, Cousin Eddie. But once Steph moved down, she had an RV, I had my RV, hers broke, it put thoughts in my head. Maybe it's not a wise idea to drive a 30-year-old vehicle all across the United States. You know, if they break down, you're in trouble. At least when you have something like this, you could tow with your car. The possibilities are there. You do, like I said, as one of the bad things is stopping to charge and having to drop the trailer if you're going on long trips. But you're not in a rush anyway. You're on vacation or you're just living life like a vacation, right? So you have the time to do it if you're in that mindset. But also, like I said, we're not ready for that lifestyle yet because we have car payments, we have the RV payment, we have these other things. I need new tires. So we need to get all this put together first. And then maybe in the future, a year or so down the road, we may end up doing a road trip here and there, taking the trailer to different states and seeing what it's like. But at the moment, it is what it is. We're doing what we have to do to survive. And is it the perfect life? No, I wish we would got a little bit larger trailer, but we had smaller cars at the time, and we were thinking we'd never have any other cars. So we ended up getting something that the Nissan Leaf could pull or the Chevy Bolt can pull, not knowing that eventually we were going to have a Kia EV6 and a Tesla Model Y that could pull much larger vehicles a lot easier. So that was our bad, our mistake. We know that life changes all the time, but you just never know how fast it's going to change. Anyway, that's it. This is our thoughts of what it's like to live in a small trailer after 6 or 7 or 8 months, however long it is. And
Did you put my complaint forward?
hold on, what was your complaint? You want to be on camera right now?
No.
Okay, but can they? I don't know if they could hear you, so you might have to speak loud.
What was my number 1 complaint?
Your number 1 complaint. That I don't go bathroom in the bathroom?
No.
And you wish I would?
Can you pause it?
Sure. Let me pause it while she thinks. Okay, she came up with a really good thing here. And Liv, if you're watching this up in Americus, Georgia, listen, she just doesn't want to be on camera because it's hot.
I'm sweating.
She's pretty. She's pretty anyway. It doesn't matter. But
Not
okay,
pretty when I'm sweating.
okay, bring up the hot water heater.
The hot water heater is a problematic system because when you're trying to be hot, sometimes it's not hot. But then when you bring the cold in to cool it down a little bit, it forgets to be hot and it's all cold. and then it remembers to be hot, and then it's super hot, and then you can't get cold. It's just a constant game.
It's really hard to adjust in the shower. The hot water heater is so small. You turn the hot water on, it starts to get hot, and then you try and cool it down with just a little bit of cold, and the water just goes to cold. And then you turn the cold off, and it takes a minute for the hot water to come back. It doesn't. Something needs to be done with the hot water heater. Maybe a little bit bigger one. Even though it's a small trailer, I know what they were going for. They're going for size and inexpensive, but the hot water heater does need a little bit. It needs a little love and attention from the manufacturer.
In a trailer this size, they should automatically install a curtain bar between the bedroom and the rest of the living unit.
That's another good point. So, because she gets up earlier than me sometimes, and the bedroom's in the back, so we got a big curtain rod and put a curtain on it, so it looks like it's a separate room, and the lights in the living room and stuff don't affect you that way. It should come prefab like that. It should have some sort of sliding curtain mechanism, make it a separate room. So if somebody's up in the kitchen doing things or taking a shower, you're not bugging the person in bed. What else? I'm pausing. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, go.
I want all the lights in there to be natural lighting lights. In RVs, all the lighting is terrible all the time because there's not enough windows. There's never enough windows or natural light. So if they could put in some really nice lighting where it felt like natural light, everything would feel so much better inside.
That's true. We only have 2 windows. We have a kitchen window and a little tiny escape window in the bedroom. So we don't get no outside light at all. It would be nice to have a window in the door or in the front of the trailer or in the bedroom in the back.
Both.
Oh, that would be great.
Front and end. It would be
Yeah.
hot, but it would be
But you could have
nice.
curtains or shutters.
Yeah, it would be nice to have the opportunity to have light.
Yeah, in the bedroom especially, because you could put a window in the back of the trailer, just cut a hole, mount a window back there, a large one. So you can, like right now, look at our backyard. It's like beautiful. We just got greenery all around us. You know, it'd be nice to wake up and see that. Yeah, but I think our trailer is considered not experimental.
Very economy.
It's one of the first ones they built. So, they call it something. I forget. It's like experimental or something. Then they came out with the ones after. So ours isn't at the same standard.
It's an economy unit,
and it is economy. But you get what you pay for. But the higher ones, like the 19-footers with the double bunks and all this other stuff, they were the same exact price. But like I said, we weren't sure if we could pull something like that with our cars because of the tongue weight. Now that we have our cars now, it was just a mistake. But it was a mistake that
there was no way for us to understand that was going to happen.
Yeah, we didn't know. So we're stuck with this, and we're not unhappy.
Stuck.
We're not unhappy.
We're not stuck. We're happy with our RV. It's just not as big as it could be.
Yeah.
And it would be super great if there was just a few upgrades we could make. I feel like our air conditioning might not be able to keep up with Florida heat this summer.
Yeah, that's something else, Liv, if you guys are watching. You guys are in Georgia, we're in Florida, both extremely hot states. I am so happy that we do have the 2 air conditioning units, but it would be nicer, especially for the last 2 days here in Florida, it's been 101 degrees and humid. So 101 degrees without the humidity, and then you add that humidity on top, it's just hot. But it's like, it would be nicer to have a little bit larger roof unit, just to keep it cool. Even that one keeps the 17-foot cool, but it's working. That thing is working hard. 2-1. She came up with 2 more and we're done.
The storage under the bed. It's a great way to try to use a piece of storage that isn't really being used, but it's impossible to use really if you're trying to utilize the bed. So They could just do something better with that.
Instead of having to lift the bed mattress up to open that little door,
Maybe
you
a
should
door
have
on the outside.
Yeah, a drawer, a slide-out drawer underneath the bed would be nice. Instead of having to lift the whole mattress up to open that door up.
Or even just a door that flopped down so you could access that instead of...
And it would open up this whole big space in the back too, so you can get to the stuff in the back.
Maybe, yeah, that would not necessarily be bad, but it might compromise the strength of the bed.
It could.
So the other thing that what was it?
I'm gonna pause. And because we're trying to save time on this video. Okay, real fast. This is something she was thinking of, and then I started kind of thinking of something else. And I know at the beginning of this video, or after the raccoon segment, I did talk about the storage is minimal, and that's not just the outdoor pass-through storage for but the kitchen. Like there's one drawer. We only have one drawer, so you have to fit all your silverware, your cleaning rags, your drying cloths, everything in one little tiny drawer, because there's a big huge space down there, and all we have is an electric fireplace,
which we need in the winter.
We do need that in the winter, but if you could, a little bit smaller one would be fine, and add another drawer, or we only have one drawer.
There could be more cabinets at the upper headroom area. I know other people are taller than us.
Well, we could start cabinet over there and come all the way to the bedroom.
Well, if you're a 6 foot tall guy, it'd probably be a problem, and you're not, and so that's okay.
I'm a midget.
You're not a midget, but 6 foot above guy, I don't think you'd have a problem at 6 foot. I think you'd have a problem at 6.5 feet. So I think you could do storage almost all the way across the top. I mean, obviously,
and in the
it wouldn't all
front,
work. It
even
wouldn't
in
all work,
and that crazy little shelf that's in the front. Get rid of that shelf and put cabinets.
Yeah, just put cabinets like in the bedroom.
Cabinets.
Just like in the bedroom. They're not that great, but they would still help a lot with we wouldn't have to have plates in my bedroom storage.
We have to put some of our cooking utensils and stuff under the bed, which is ludicrous. We shouldn't have to do that. So there is no places for pots, pans, plates, really. There's no shelf for cooking. If you're cooking and doing cutting and all this stuff, there is no cabinet space for the kitchen sink, from the stove to the kitchen sink. You have nothing. You have to do any prep on your kitchen table, cook, and then do all the prep on the kitchen. And then if you want to eat at the table, you have to clean all the prep stuff off just so you could set up your dinner. It's
okay. The lack of an oven. The lack of an oven is hard. And I don't need an oven every day of my life, but about once a month I'd like to cook a pizza or a pork loin. And those things are incapable of being done really in a microwave and a cooktop setting, unfortunately.
Yeah, so get rid of the microwave, put a convection oven up there.
No, we need the microwave. We use it more than the oven.
But if we had a convection oven?
Yeah, we wouldn't use a regular conventional oven as much as we use a microwave. We never would.
So you need both.
We need both. It would just be helpful. But
Okay.
pause.
Okay, I got to pause. All right, here's her other one. So when you're taking a shower, you have the Fantastic fan. It's off center of the shower. We have a skylight and a Fantastic fan. So when you're taking a shower, to keep the humidity out, you open up the vent of the Fantastic fan, turn it on, so it's sucking everything out. But while it's sucking everything out, that vent that's on top of the RV that comes from the black tank, it doesn't have a thing on it to suck, to vent the smell. Even though we do not use the toilet for number twos. We only use it for number ones. This toilet in the last 6, 7, 8 months, however long it's been, has never been number two'd in, or no, not number 4, number two'd in. And but still it has an aroma. And you can't smell it inside the RV. The only time you can smell it is if you turn on the Fantastic fan and it sucks it in from the roof back into the bathroom. That tube should be somewhere else.
I almost gagged my butt off today. I went in there after running it and taking a shower, and I've been having a bit of a throat tickle lately, and so I've been coughing. And I went in there and I smelled it. It was so bad. I was, ugh.
And I dumped it and freshened it up.
And I know you did fresh waters in it, and I was like, and then I couldn't stop coughing, and you were on the phone, but I was wondering if you were going to worry about me, because I was like, ugh, in the house. I was dying over and over again, coughing so hard because that scent was so disgusting.
Yeah, so it'd be nice if that tube that goes up to the ceiling to vent all that stuff out
has a
an arrow, a wind thing on it,
Like
or
a
an arrow.
port that faces away.
Yeah, or just move the whole thing out towards the rear of the RV more, so it's not so close to the Fantastic Fan.
Yeah.
That would probably do it.
Which seems like a common RV situation, but dumb.
Yeah, even Cousin Eddie, my old RV, had it similar. All right, that's about it. And try and keep this one under 1 hour.
Is it really that long?
I don't know. We'll find out when we edit it. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys from more adventures from down the road in the Live, Love, and EV.
You know what the good news is, you guys? Down here at Sherwood Forest, no yellow flies.
Oh yeah, the yellow flies have been terrible down in Orlando. Nothing here yet. We don't know if they're here yet.
They're not here. They're not here.
No raccoons running around
I'm
here.
so safe right now. I feel so good.
But there's no raccoons coming out of the woods yet.
True.
Yet.
True.
They come. They'll be here because we're here.
Spicy as heck, though.
It is. All right, we love you guys, and we'll see you, like I said, from down the road. Peace, everybody.